In this video, I will be comparing and contrasting an augmented reality application to a cave automatic virtual environment, with examples used by Titanic Museum Belfast and Mokko Art Museum Amsterdam. Immersive media is becoming a bigger trend in our museums. Exploring these two examples will allow me to see why museums are using this technology and how accessible they are for museum goers. Titanic Museum Belfast has used a computer that provides images that are further projected across 3 screens, creating a cohesive virtual environment. The Mokko Museum, however, is supercomposing and layering objects to fit into real-life artwork in a camera application. Using the cave automatic environment, the Titanic Museum has recreated layers of the ship, informing the users of its past history, whilst the Mokko Museum has created images to cohere with the artwork in the present. In simple terms, my first contrasting point would be that the two organisations are basing their ideas off different times. The Titanic is using the past with the ship, and the Mokko Museum is using the present with the artwork that is in the present day. This is because of the genres in the museum, as one is a historic museum and the other is a modern art. My second contrasting point would be how the visitors use the technology. In the Titanic Museum, the user simply has to stand in the middle of the cave and take in the footage surrounding them. This is very different from the Mokko, as they have many stages of accessibility to use their augmented reality application. Firstly, you must have an Apple mobile device. You then have to ensure you have the 3D connection. Then you have to download the app, and then find the certain labels on the art pieces to link with the app. Further, then place the camera in the location and press the button to take the photo. Clearly, this is a lot of stages, which means the Titanic Museum's experience may be more accessible, further meaning that they may have more custom in the cave than the Mokko will have with the augmented application. Whilst the application in the Mokko Museum may be hard to access for some, it does have the benefit of being able to take a photo in the augmented world and save it to your camera roll, meaning the user can physically take something home from the museum without cost. This contrasts with the Titanic Museum, as you physically can't take anything away from the experience. However, some may argue the Titanic Museum is giving you the knowledge to take home rather than a physical object. So technically, both experiences do allow the user to take something away, whether it be a physical photo or just knowledge. Within the immersive cave in Titanic Museum, they have a wild track playing through ambisonic sound, which matches the footage surrounding them. This adds to the user's experience, as it gives a great sense of realism to the location. In contrast, the Mokko Museum doesn't have any sound. This may be because if everyone in the museum had their sound on, it would become overbearing, which would further distract the viewer from the artwork. In conclusion, both immersive activities advance the user's experience by allowing them to see either greater art forms or educate themselves in an interactive way. I found many contrasts between the two experiences. These contrasts may emphasise the fact that the two museums are made for two different subjects, one being art and one being historic. Overall, I enjoyed going to both experiences and hope to see more immersive media in our museums.